Blitz on 2 starts now.
Yes, sir. Welcome back, friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside. Good evening. I'm Dan Fanning. Welcome back to another exciting season of the Blitz on 2. Some new coaches, some teams, and new classifications, but the same great night of high school football. We begin this evening with one of the best old-school rivalries in the Lowcountry, Summerville and Stratford. Stratford trying to knock off a top 5A school to start the season. Green Wave start fast. Jaden Cummings hand off to Javen Williams. Williams, one of the guys trying to replace Trey Green. A big gain down inside Knights territory. That leads to this. Cummings, bubble screen to Jaden Kelly Murray. The law firm does the rest. Watch the run after catch. He should have a big year. Move to receiver. Touchdown, Summerville 7-0. Jakin Davis answers. First, he rolls out, doesn't find anyone open, decides to tuck and run. Davis picks up the first down. Then he finishes what he started, fakes the end around. Look at that hole open up. Could drive a truck through it. 7-all. We go to the final score as the game was actually called at halftime. Summerville wins 28-14. Goose Creek Police received calls about possibly shots being fired in the area. They say no shots were fired at the stadium, but it was evacuated. Summerville wins again at halftime, 28-14. Tumuck's Corner, AR and Berkeley both looking to continue to build under second-year head coaches. First quarter scoreless. Trevor Kalis to the corner. Watch out, Raymond Owens. Bam DeWeese gets a foot in for the opening salvo. Swamp Foxes lead 7-zip. Stags answer on the other end. Henry Rivers handoff to Jonathan Mitchell. Mitchell plows into the end zone. Bat snap on the PAT. AR leads 7-6. But as we go to the final, Stags come back to put up a 40-burger on AR. Berkeley winners 41-6. New 5A program, Lucy Beckham hosting the alma mater to open things up east of the Cooper. Wildcats opening drive. David Dunian up the middle, picks up the first down, then he's rocked right there from Finn Gunter. Later on the drive, second and McClellanville. Dunian decides to tuck and run down the Bengals sideline, picks up the first down, move the chains right there. Wildcats get it down inside the red zone. Dunian goes to the air, back of the end zone to Ethan Renew. On he head. What a grab for the first score of the season. 7-0 West Cache. Lucy Beckham begins the ensuing drive with a handoff to Tamar Reed. Reed running through a tackle. Big gain right there, bouncing off the guy. First down Bengals. Then Chalmers Ballard decides to go to the air. Sam, stay with me. I know it's your first time. Ballard right there, first down picked up by Lucy Beckham. Then stay right there, Sam. Don't scroll too fast. Lucy Beckham going to the air, a little screen pass right here. Ref said the receiver had possession of the ball. Watch this. It rolls into the end zone where it's scooped up by big Alex Torcasio. I don't believe what I just saw. That made it 7-all. Not much scoring after the first drives. Wildcats do enough to move to 1-0 on the season. 10-7, your final. Fort Dorchester is under new leadership for a third year in a row. Patriots hiring Sean Lorenzano from the prep ranks in Central Florida. Lorenzano now trying to continue the winning legacy at the Fort. And Fort D up 14-7 at halftime against Beaufort. Beaufort trying to maybe tie things up and deep in their territory. Picked off right here by Jordan Wright. As the new kids on the block would say, he has the right stuff. Nice return there by Jordan. That sets up Agent Zero. Ryan Campbell may have changed numbers, but he is still the same horse in the backfield. Plunges into the end zone. That makes it 21-7. Fourth quarter, same score. Beaufort trying to get back into this ball game. Reverse, then watch this. Caleb Steffen decides to throw it deep. Hauled in right there by his receiver. Nice play there by Beaufort. Gets them deep into Fort D territory. That sets this up. Quarterback back to pass. Little inside screen to Amari Patterson. Patterson breaks free. Rumbles into the end zone to make it 21-14. That's as close as the Eagles would come. The Fort wins the Sean Lorenzano debut 28-21 over Beaufort. Some scores to show you from the road right here. James Island, they're moving up to 5A this year, but they fall short in their debut to Gray Collegiate. The War Eagles moving up to 4A this season. Also, Goose Creek, they go on the road. They pick up a big victory over at North Myrtle Beach this evening. Wow, how about that? The Gators 41, North Myrtle only 14. Only one Low Country school won a state title last year. That will be the Land Sharks of Oceanside. Coach Chad Wilkes once again scheduling a gauntlet of an out-of-region schedule beginning tonight at Irmo. To the Midlands we go. A.J. Brand right here committed to Virginia Tech. Right there to Joey Albritton. Irmo strikes first, up 7-0. Aiden McNavian, he will have plenty of offers coming out of high school right there. He's just a sophomore to Gavin Gaspar. Gavin deep into Yellow Jacket territory. That sets up this. Really can't tell what happened. The cameraman faked out. OCA, though, gets into the end zone. We think that knotted things up. Again, A.J. Brand committed to Virginia Tech. He shows you why right here. Eludes tacklers. Nobody can bring him down. A.J. Brand coming right into your living room. Touchdown, Irmo. The Yellow Jackets moved up to 5A. They look like they could be real contenders. Irmo 35, Oceanside 7. And we're just getting started on tonight's Blitz on 2, the first edition of the 2024 season. Plenty of scores, plenty more highlights after this break. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back into the Blitz on 2. Another new coach in the area, very familiar with the Low Country. Wando's Isaiah Perrin prepped at Timberland, and he took over the Warriors program after serving as the OC at Stratford the past couple years. We go now to Socastee High School, where the the gold rush, I don't know if I put this script in, Wando trying to get out of their end zone right there, tackled short of the line to gain. Wando turns the ball over right there. I think they ended up punting. Socastee trying to come back. They're down by 7, maybe 8. Wando right there with the sack. But in the ensuing quarter, fourth quarter, Socastee comes back. They plunge in. Socastee, they're down only 14-12. Then they go for 2. How about this? The Braves convert 14-14 late in the fourth quarter. They said he got in. Socastee ties it up, but it goes for naught. How about this? Wando moves to 1-0 in the Isaiah Perrin era. Warriors squeeze a win out over Socastee 21-16. Old region rivals clashing in hand-to-hand as the homestanding Hawks welcome Philip Simmons. Early first quarter, inside handoff to Trey Shepard. Trey picks up a big gain before he runs out of bounds right there for the first. Later on the drive, Hawks inside the PS red zone. Julius Heppensteel would like to have this pass back. Throws it straight to PS's Colton Kellerman. Iron Horses take over in plus territory, only for their offense to give it right back. Brody Tonnen on the jet sweep. He's popped by Shepard. Ball comes loose, recovered by Tajay Hartwell. Right there for the Hawks. Hanahan takes back over. No scores in the first quarter. Guys tend to kind of score after we leave ball games. As you see, they ended up scoring the final 3 quarters. The Iron Horses of Philip Simmons prevail late 28-26. Last season, Johnny Waters resurrected the Northwood Academy program. Meanwhile, my favorite South Point alum in town, Devontae Holloman, building Pinewood into a force to be reckoned with. The 2 locking horns tonight in Somerville as Pinewood takes the field. Midway through the first, no score. Northwood going for it on 4th. Austin Grady trying to evade the pressure, gets it off, falls incomplete. Grady may have been shaken up on the play. 3 plays later, Will Watson swing pass to Terrence Stallworth. Stallworth gets a block. He is good. Terrence shot out of a cannon, makes it 7-zip Panthers. Ensuing kickoff, watch this. They kick it to Michael Polite. Polite fields it about the 15-yard line, then watch him return it all the way into Panthers territory. Following his blocks, nothing polite about that return for the home team. NA set up nicely right there at the 40. MJ Davis now in at QB. hits Hemi Neutron. Ty Washington on the post. Northwood first and goal inside the 3. 2 plays later, Keyshawn Singleton takes a licking but keeps on ticking. Turns the legs into the end zone. That knots things at 7. Break up the Chargers. Northwood Academy moves to 3-0 on the season. Big win over Pinewood, 24-21. Elsewhere in Skeeza, Porter-Gaud making the short trek over to take on First Baptist. Cyclones first drive, Nolan Schumann calls his own number, dials up 6. PG leads 7-zip. Hurricanes respond. They get it all the way down to the 1. Tanner Swisher rumbles in behind the line. It takes a sec, but we are tied at 7-all. Porter up 14-7 in the second quarter. Swisher picked off here by Mills Knapp. Mills has reservations for 6, takes it back the distance to increase the Cyclone lead to 14. Canes not going away. Swisher redeems himself. Sweet on the other end right here, connects with Walker Traxler. Walker holds on to get it back within 7. Usually we've heard him by now. There he is, J.J. Flood on the toss sweep. Follows his convoy of blocks into the end zone to make it 28-14 at the half. Offenses getting a workout on James Island this evening. Cyclones win it 59-35. North Charleston kicking things off against MMA at District 4 Stadium this evening. Cougars up 8-0 just before the half. Richard Hazel, I know his daddy, airs it out, hauled in by Lorenzo Kitching Jr. Zoe does the rest. Nicely done. North Charleston doubles their lead. Eagles trying to answer. Quarterback picked off by Richard Clement. Nice return by Clement into MMA territory. But the Cougars going for more. Hazel winds up deep, going for more, but he is picked off by Jalen Waters right here. Nicely done by the MMA defense, playing kind of center field. That thwarts the Cougars' drive, but North Charleston would prevail in the end. North Charleston 38, MMA nothing. We have plenty more scores to bring you. Also, our play of the night. Who did it come from? Find out when the Blitz on 2 rolls on next. And welcome back into the first edition of the Blitz on 2 for the 2024 season. We are glad that you're with us this evening as we go to some scores tonight from the Blitz on 2 scoreboard. Hampton County beats Colleton County 41-20. Walk-em-all. How about that? The Warriors, a big win down at Carvers Bay, 34-0. Some more scores to bring you this evening. As we look at Georgetown, a 1-point win over Kingstree. The Bulldogs prevail 13-12. Also, Timberland, big winners over the Lee Central Stallions. I think Greg Wright told me before the season started they have a chip on their shoulder. That also means they're playing for region championships, lower state championships, and state championships. We'll see what the Wolves have in store this year. They're off to a good start, 34-35-7. Some more scores to show you. Speaking of the Wright family, Sean Wright, Greg's brother, they go on the road to beat Calhoun County. Cross blanking the Saints 20-0. As for some Skeeza scores, Colleton Prep winners over St. John's Christian this evening, 28-13. We're still waiting on 2 scores. I don't think Dorchester Academy played this evening. I think we forgot to take that out. We're still waiting on 2 scores. Williamsburg Academy, Thomas Sumter. Also, Carolina Academy, Faith Christian. If you have those scores, please let us know. As we go to the play of the night, we go back east of the Cooper to Lucy Beckham, West Ashley. David Dunian up top, hauled in by Ethan Rotnew. West Ashley, they didn't throw the ball, but maybe once or twice on that drive right here. Take a look in slow-mo as Ethan Renew hauls it in. As they say on ESPN, you got mossed. As for the college football season, it gets underway in earnest next weekend. The marquee matchup, number 14 Clemson, number 1 Georgia. Here locally, it is CSU versus the Citadel. The inaugural Low Country Boyle Bowl pits 2 second-year head coaches against one another in the Bucks' Gabe Gardenia and the Citadel's Maurice Drayton. Next Saturday's contest, big for Low Country bragging rights. As the Bulldogs' Week 2 contest against SC State is big for bragging rights in Drayton's household. While his singular focus is on CSU, most of Mo's family graduated from SCSU. A lot of arguments already as we look forward to the battle of the Bulldogs.
I coached at South Carolina State for 2 seasons, won 2 conference championships with those guys. So it means a lot, and we're excited about it. But it's just the beginning. We play every FCS opponent in the state of South Carolina. So in order to get our goal of being state champions, we have to get this first one August 31st.
CSU's Gardenia has coached in the rivalry before as the Bucks OC under Jamie Chadwell. He said at the beginning of camp, it's fun to have this matchup to start the season and to have it in the back of their mind as they go through camp as motivation. Opening the season against their crosstown rival, has that raised the level of intensity for the Bucks during fall camp?
I would say that we're going to be excited no matter who we play, but when it is such a big rivalry game, of course it's going to increase the intensity. You know, when Fort Dorchester plays Somerville, I think whether it's week 1 or week 8 or whatever, you know, Clemson plays Carolina. You know, we know what it is, and that's great for our camp.
And Citadel CSU next Saturday at 6, week 1 of the high school leagues next Friday night. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Good night.